Adrian. I am kicking into doing some more videos, and today I want to do one on mindsets, in the sense of a lot of us can get in the mindset of looking at one product and thinking, man, I can't really afford that, and how can we afford that? And so I'm trying to maybe open up your mindset to that, and something I haven't really pushed a lot or even thought about much, and haven't taught much on. And so as you can see the screen here, we're going to go to sign on to your Young Living account, go to virtual office up here. If it takes you to somewhere else, sometimes it does. Go to virtual office, come over here to member resources, go to member resources, and you find compensation plan highlights. Click on this. It'll open up another window. And so this is a new setup for me. I hope the video works. I think it was working all right. And I'm using a program called Movani. I have my camera in front of me here, but I have my screen over here. And so if you keep seeing me looking over here, that's what I'm doing. Okay. And so the screen you're looking at is the screen I'm looking at when I look over here. So you come to this compensation plan site. It gives you a little bit of rundown. You see this thing here. You can click on that and it goes bigger for you and gives you a rundown. You can also click on this compensation plan highlights. It'll open up another. If you're using Microsoft Edge, it does this for me. And it goes to compensation plan PDF file. Okay, so some of you probably sign on to virtual office every now and then, and you see little initials like PV. What does that mean? Well, under the definitions, it gives you a rundown. Now, for most of you, you see a roller and sponsor. It explains that. I was both of those for most of you. One of you went underneath somebody else, so I put myself as the enroller and them as the sponsor, and that's how you kind of build a team up, right? So if you look through your thing anytime and you see something, this is the site to come to, the page to come to, and it teaches you about a lot of the things in Young Living. It's another kind of learning site, right? It also talks about fast start bonuses, starter kits bonuses that they offer people, retail earnings. So when you personally sponsor a retail customer, you may earn the 24% difference between the retail and the wholesale price on the orders. So it's pretty cool, right? Young Living could say, well, thank you for bringing something on board. They're now ordering, we take 100% of the profit. But the way that they have built their business model was to say, well, we'll take 50% of that product, or we'll take 73% of that, and we'll give the rest of it to the sponsors and the enrollers as a thank you, right, for those things. So that's just one way they built their business model. I like it because that gives me a little bit of incentive to encourage and to teach down the line, right, on how to use essential oils, and it's been very successful for them. So there's lots of things here. Now you should know part of their program, and I think it still is if somebody comes on board and they buy a lot of product in the first 6 months, the Young Living will give extra bonuses for that. And every single one of you knows that I didn't do that to you, right? And I hope that shows some sort of integrity, that it wasn't about the money for me. It's about finding people who are like-minded and interested in building their health and wellness program, reducing the amount of toxins in their life and the stuff coming into their bodies, and trying to stay healthy. And I wanted to find those people, get them on my team, and that's where you guys came from, right? I added a little incentive as a kind of business program thing and reinvested that money into buying the product and giving that back to you. Be that in buying you one of the blue books and handing that to you, or buying, I think last year I did a promotion where I bought some sports gel for you guys, right, or a sports kit. And so that's why when some of you guys came on board and crossed that line, right, that meant I didn't make anything off you guys joining, right? But you didn't know that, but that's the way I chose to do that, because I knew this is about building teams and about me spreading the word about how to be healthy, right? And that's something we're very passionate about. We've been through our own personal journeys, and you guys know that. I've struggled with my adrenals. My wife struggled with her adrenals and her autoimmune system issues. And so this kind of led us towards Young Living completely independently of anybody trying to recruit me. And that's how I got on board. Most of you guys have seen me do something on Facebook, and that's how you got on board. I didn't contact you every week pounding you to join, right? And so that's the way I want to build a team. Hopefully that's the way you guys want to build a team, and I want to help you do that. You may think, well, I want to build a team, right? But let me show you the compensation for this, right? They have to disclose every year how much people earn. And they do it very easily in a way that's really understandable. So you have all this here that explains what you see down here when you see those things. And so most of you are a member right now. You're over here and creating the foundation, right? These are the foundation levels that you're building. I'm going to take a nice cup of chamomile tea. Our family has just dealt with colds in the house and going through, and I got the brunt end of the back of that, but we're getting through it. Anyway, here we have star level. You see my little cursor right here. That's the level I hit when you guys join. My sponsor, direct upline, is a gold. She's up here. She puts a lot of work in. Her name's Sarah, and she's reached this level here. And so that's what it took to get those people. Her organizational volume to hit gold is $35,000 of product sales per month. So there's a lot of people involved there. Almost up to 2,000 people in her team, right? In different states in the country. That's who coaches me on how to use a product. That's who I go to and ask them help advice. I also have another upline, Dr. Jessica, who is higher than that. And she, I think she's up in the diamond realm, and she answers a lot of my medical questions when it comes to that kind of stuff, right? She's also a doctor of chiropractic. Compensation levels, it talks about here. So if somebody orders from underneath me, they're level 2, and I get 5% of what they order. That comes back to me. Now, if you do that in the first 6 months, you can earn up to 24% of what they order during those times, okay? And so if I pushed you to order a lot of product in the first 6 months, I would have got 24% of that. Now it's down to 5%. So a level 3, whatever they order, I get 4% of that. Back in points that I can use for buy product. Yeah, and so that reduces the amount that I'm spending on Young Living products, right? So, money-wise, let's talk figures, okay? You go back to this compensation plan up here where you came to this screen, right? How did you get here? We went over to here, went to member resources, we went to compensation plan highlights. That opened up this window here. And then down here there's a tiny little link. It says statistical earning data of Young Living members. Click on this. Takes you through to the income disclosure page. So this is the statistics for what people have earned in the Young Living, right? Last year, 2017. We're still in 2018, so I'm just going to open up this one here. There's lots of different ones they open up for you, and that you can show people. They even have a PowerPoint, I think, that you're allowed to show people during like a meeting, if you had a meeting with a group of people in the same room. It also talks about that here, all right, and where the money goes and how they use it. So you know they've also got a charity that funds a lot of work out there. So it's pretty cool. They're in a number of countries around the world helping build up orphanages in schools. And you can read up that another day. Talks about the compensation plan here. Essential rewards is another part of that. Recognition. I'm going to click on this first large event banner, and that's going to open up another window. Okay, so this is the average. So where it says percentage of business builders. So 33% of people in Young Living are distributors, 41% are stars, 15% are seniors, and it gets lower and lower. So golds is 0.5% of people in Young Living reach the level of gold, because that takes a lot of work to get there, right? But if you're prepared to get there, there's great rewards. So the annualized average income for a gold member is $67,000 a year. Could that help you out and your family? Okay, it could definitely help me out right now. I'm going to be using these oils in my clinic when I open up as a chiropractor. I'm going to be working on people with essential oils and helping them. I'm going to have it up in the air in my rooms So when somebody walks in, they're immediately improving their health through breathing, right? And I'm going to be promoting these as a health and wellness program, so that'll help me expand my business there. But I'm interested in getting it as big as we can before then as well. Obviously, as a student, I don't have a lot of income coming in, and so you see right now we're at star, and the average income over here for a star level is $906 a year. That obviously slightly different figures for the UK. The UK is still growing. There's not a lot of people building there. If people could understand the differences between Young Living essential oils and the essential oils they can buy down at Holland & Barrett in the UK, it would be mind-boggling, and they would never buy those products again. Something I learned this month, just a little bit of a digression, is that there's there's actually several models of how to make essential oils, right? The British model, which you think it wouldn't be this way, right? But the British model is for aromatherapy only. And personally, I wouldn't use them for aromatherapy even. And the reason is that the British model, because it's limited to aromatherapy, allows fillers into their oils. And a lot of the time, those fillers are petrochemicals. The same petrochemicals that we talk about, using thieves cleaner around your house to eliminate, right? There's lots of stuff. Those petrochemicals affect your hormone system, and so we need to be careful about that. About using those, you can only use British essential oils so most of the stuff on the streets in the US, excuse me, most of the stuff on the streets in the US and in the UK that looks cheaper and you think it's the same thing because it has the same oil name on it, has a lot of fillers in it, and you need to be careful about using those. You definitely cannot use them internally like you can Young Living oils, and I wouldn't apply them to my skin. And the British model would suggest that you're not allowed to do that either, because they can have oils that are not pure carrier oils like Young Living uses, but more petrochemical based, which means they came from oil products, right? Petrochemicals are from oil products. They disrupt your hormone system. We don't want to be using those. And so, how do I get off on that stream? But basically, that's why we want to educate people and get them along this program into Young Living. If you find it hard to look at product in Young Living because of the expense, then start thinking this way about it. If I can get 2 or 3 more people that are interested in promoting their health and getting healthier in their lifestyle, then that would provide me something like $58 a month that I could then put into expanding my health and wellness plan, right? Now, Young Living has essential oils, but they have so many other things. If I go back to my virtual office for you and go to quick order, when we talk about building businesses, how many people are buying protein off the shop floor and don't know what the heck's in it? Some of the products you'll see on the streets in the UK and the US have aspartame in them, which is an artificial sweetener that makes you crave sugar more. It's actually bad for your health. It destroys your brain cells and makes them makes your brain cells die, but it gives you like a euphoric sense before it does that. Potassium asaflame is another sweetener that they use in a lot of protein shakes. You'll find none of that in Young Living products. These guys went straight back to the board, said, what does the body need? Let's put that in there and nothing else. All right. They also made them taste really good. So most of the products that I've used have never tasted bad. They have an animal program. How many people you know have a dog that put chemicals on their dog? Well, what if they could use an essential oil instead? These essential oils in the animal sense have been cleared so that you can use it with animals by veterinarians, right? By health-driven veterinarians. So there's so many other products, beauty care, makeup brands, they're all in there. Men's care is in there. So part of your kind of like, I want to learn how to build business, you really need to get on this site and start looking at this information. Let's go to Targeted Nutrition real quick and see some of Angeli's. How many people you know have problems with their joints, right? This product lasts over a month, but for somebody with joints that are hurting every day, if we could put a product in their hands that would help them ease that pain and be able to walk around without pain, wouldn't you want them to know about this? These are products that they have here. Okay. And it shows you the contents in there. But that's a digression that I made just to explain to you. I really want you guys to understand this, that if you get a couple of people on board, that expense of buying oil would disappear. You could reinvest it. Most of you know that in order to get you on board, I spent a little bit of money as a promotion that I set. And in doing that, you guys crossed the line. There's plenty of other people out there having the same issue. I'm not sure whether I covered it. I'll cover it again real quick. Probably one of the best products. We have small handouts. If we go down to business, I'll show you this, business tools down here, business tools and aids. It gives you a list of things. You scroll down, you'll see Thieves Cleaner booklet. And we're giving these out now to everybody who buys Thieves Cleaner from us, because it gives you basically a 5 leaflet handout, very nicely done, that teaches you the dilutions needed to clean different parts of your house. Probably the biggest petrochemical exposure that you have is cleaning products in your house, or anything that has the word fragrance on it. If you watch the documentary Stink on Netflix, it will teach you how that will destroy your health, slowly and steadily destroy your health. Okay, so I think Thieves Cleaner, which I'm going to take you to next, so that was in business aids, Thieves Cleaner booklet. Go back to quick order and we'll go down to Thieves products at home. These are all the Thieves brand. They have cough drops, dental floss, everything, foam in hand soap. Most of your vegetables are sprayed with pesticides, and so Thieves fruit and veggie soak is the way of getting rid of those. Now the Thieves Cleaner is right here. It's 14.4 ounces. I don't know what that is in milliliters anymore. I've been in America too long. But anyway, this product here will last us over 6 months. Now if you start handing some out, it'll maybe go a little bit sooner, but hopefully we'll get some people on board, right? But easily lasts us six months. And we eliminated almost every cleaner in the house, bar maybe a one called Bonami, which we use in the toilets when it's a little bit needed something a little bit more gritty and grimy to clean off the toilets, right, on inside the bowl. We'll use that. But this is what we're using for everything else. This is so safe that we let the kids clean the surfaces off in the house. So they have chores to clean the tables and the chair seats after every meal. They have chores every Monday to clean the bathrooms out and just do a quick clean across there. We let them do that. Obviously we do the toilet, but everything else we're using this product for. Probably one of the best and most economical products we'll use. I've even used it in the dishwasher. It doesn't sud up, and so you're able to use it in that way. It didn't cause any problems, and the dishes were sparkling clean afterwards. So really one of the best ways to share Young Living. So what if you got a spray bottle, preferably a glass one if you can find them, put a cap full of this in it, fill the rest up with like filtered water, preferably, or tap water if you feel like your water's clean enough. Get one of those booklets, give it to a friend who's saying, you know, I'm sick of being sick and I want to know how to get better. Or you hear them talking about wanting to be more healthier, or you see a friend who's trying hard but they just can't lose weight. This can be all because of endocrine malfunction, hormone disruption caused by chemicals in their lifestyle, and just say, hey, you know, I'm on a journey. This is my focus. This is how I got on my journey. Tell your story, hand them this product, and you never know, they may cross the line and say, you know what, how do I get more of this stuff? What else does this company do? And that might open the door for you. You know, it may not. Excuse me. But it might open the door for you, okay? And that's what this video is for, is like, how can I help you get in a business mindset of this thing can help provide money for my family. You can look at these levels, guys. You can see how much you can earn with Young Living, and it's a matter of building. Okay, so maybe start a Facebook page, talk about your health journey, talk about your personal journey, why you got in Young Living. Start adding your friends to it. Start posting some things every now and then that you see. Do a video every now and then like me. And you do a little promotion at Christmas time. There are so many people out there that need this, that need to have a vehicle that they can trust to get them on the road to health, and this is one of those vehicles. There's other things out there. They could be using 20 different companies, and that would be fine, but it's a lot of work. What if you could use one company, eh? So I'm here for you. Use me as a resource. I'll answer any questions you have. If I can get them, I know my uplines can, and answer those and get back to you. Love you guys. Thank you for being part of my team. And if you think a promotion would be good this time of year, get back to me. Tell me what you think that might be. And yeah, I'm here for you. All right. God bless. Bye-bye.